trying to get in. I got the front defense, they got the end. Going for long on 1st and the 10. Gotta go hard, we gotta get fouled. No loss or excuses, cause we gotta win. They say they sleep, must not be a fan. Get at your mans and mess up your plan. Look at your stance and look at your hand. I do what I want and you do what you can. I do it for fans, you do it for fame. EA Sports, we in the game.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Washington Redskins. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Saquon Barkley, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing. Tack on 15 more for the face mask, and that becomes a huge play.
Big pass gets caught on you. You're doing everything possible to get him on the ground, and sometimes you end up grabbing the face mask.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Now back to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. A handoff to Barkley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 on the run. It'll be 3rd down now with still a long way to go to get to the first down marker.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Redskins scoop it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. In their locker room, they've got a sign that says defense wins championships. And, Charles, they pointed to that this week, said that has to be us. Looking good early.
I like how you saw that because of the bold letters, right? You saw the emphasis that they place on that and what they believe in. And for them, it's every single snap. So it's not just a matter of getting to the quarterback and knocking the ball free. They're trying to read when that ball's going to come free. As soon as those hands separate to throw the ball, they want to be there and have a chance to knock it out.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll try and get it with Geis. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs. In the top 5 in the NFL, it's all a mindset. And I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
15. Liz. Regular.
Now maybe a free play here for Smith. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Now let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these short...
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham, 77 yards. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. Yeah, this is going to put him back with not great field position. So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case. To throw is Smith. He's going to take another shot here. And incomplete. He dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And they're bringing down here right around the 17-yard line. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, here's Smith. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. A big play that time on the catch and run. 33 yards. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Smith. He's going to let this one go deep. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But 2nd down instead. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence, that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Smith, and now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. Or call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
3rd and long, it's Smith. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That one goes for 24 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run it here with Pirine. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Set wide, 80.
He's going to get it running right. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Now Smith on 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
So that's one you almost never see at this level. A wobbler from very short range, and it winds up no good.
All right, Brandon, if he slipped or someone got a hand on it, then I could understand it, but it's almost like he heard a whistle or something that stopped his swing. A very strange result, especially for an NFL kicker.
Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're 1 to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Now it's Smith. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Back to the air. Smith on second down. Flushed out right. Now he's going to send this one deep right. And that's caught inside the 35. That one goes for 36 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short game. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. This is Geis. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. The safety, Landon Collins, there to make the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Gun! Watch it now, Barney!
He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. It's hauled in by Shepard. 23 yards on the play. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Smith, eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Here's Smith, flush to his right. And some room to roam now. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Back to throw, Smith. He'll check it down to Geis. And 12 yards that time and picking up the 1st. Smith now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a 1st down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
12. Let's go, 15.
On 1st and 10, Smith. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. And who's got it? The Giants. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And New York set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Over!
He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though? When they only gave up the field goal, and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
On 1st down, it's Smith. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off. Because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Orange.
Out of the gun, Smith. Dumps it off for Geis. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Orange.
They are going for it. It's Smith. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. But I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Now it's Smith off the bootleg. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Kareem Martin in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing on third and long. Smith. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk.